Dear boomers, I am going to ask you, how do you plan to start and succeed in your second act of life? Have you considered doing something in our last 10, 20 years that will inspire you, that it's something you will love, and something also that you are giving value to people? You're not thinking about yourself, and you are thinking of the people who are engaged or magnetically engaged with you. So, this is a common question that people often ask as they get older. And the more positive you are about aging, the longer you will live. So, um, I got these ideas from a gentleman named Ryan Lee on Jim Quick's podcast, and I think his approach is, he's only in his 50s, but he recognizes that people in their 50s and 60s are starting to think about retirement and what they can do for the rest of their lives. People often fear retirement. They don't think they will have, they don't think they'll have enough time, or they'll think they'll have too much time. But usually people are all consumed about time, whether they have too much or too little. It's up to us and to me in my own life to look at time quite differently than what I have perhaps considered in the past. So you gotta have to stop thinking what other caring or thinking about what other people think about you, and take action based on your own passion. Now, social media has started something that has never been seen in our parents' time, like the iPhone. My parents never were old enough never to have an iPhone or a mobile phone of any kind. Um, the iPhone is all anybody needs to start a business. Now, I have several Apple products that makes my life a little easier than just having a computer, one computer, but I think my iPhone is above and beyond the main tool that I use. So, pick out what your passion is and decide if you want to share your passion with an audience. And not that you are sharing or ego based. It's not ego based. It's you going forward to give value to your subscribers, whether it be YouTube, your blog. These other social media sites are not owned assets. So you might want to start a blog in WordPress.org, which is your owned asset. So take that first step without fear. I've been on social media for a long time, since 2007, and I've seen Twitter's evolution into what it is now, which is a right-wing propaganda site. And just as an aside, Elon Musk is now using his Starlink to not to aid Ukraine, but to aid the Russians. I think maybe he should be considered to as somebody who is not thinking along the lines of what is good for this country. He is just haywire with his right-wing conspiracies. Anyway, I was on Twitter since 2007, and I have seen that its evolution or de-evolution, but it's still a place for wonderful, wonderful politics, and people are using Twitter to uphold their candidates for this year. If you start something online, be rest assured that you are not being scrutinized as much as you think you are. So don't worry about what other people think. People don't really care about you as much as what kind of value you can offer to your audience. This is very, very important. And be upfront with your audience and involve them in your journey and ask them to help you in your journey. I can understand how that works. So, the importance of being authentic. He just ran by with, I think, a shoe in his mouth. So be authentic and aligned with your values. And it's not okay if people don't like you. But serve them who resonate with your message, and even serve the ones who don't. I know that as a boomer, there's a lot of prejudice against certain generational ideas that the boomers have had. Our history in building this country into more, after the 1960s, we did have a bedrock. We built a bedrock for the generations coming up. I mean, we weren't as good as we could have been with saving the environment. And now it's time for younger people to help us do this. And also, as you age, your contributions will evolve, and that will help you move into your second act with enthusiasm and authenticity. So we are on a forward trajectory as far as time goes, but then when we get involved with creativity, a timelessness occurs where we actually feel as if we are in a flow, in a timeless flow. So the best thing to do is to get up early, according to Ryan, and to concentrate on your business from early morning to 10 or 11 o'clock at night. 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. Fully focused, no social media, and you write, you do videos, and I'm doing this a little earlier than usual too, which I think might be a good idea. I think it's a great idea, so I can look forward to studying my craft and my art of YouTube production. So people make mistakes. They think about themselves rather than their audience, thinking of themselves rather than their audience, and we need to put our audience's needs first. So that means every comment that is made on this channel, I will comment on, and I want people to comment on my videos and let me know what you think. This is very important. So subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will be happy to talk more about our second acts of life. Our second act. The more positive we are about aging, the more we are energetic. We have more energy. We have more excitement in our lives. There's no doubt about that. No doubt at all. And another little tidbit I heard this morning is when you have eaten a meal, it's a good idea to walk around the block, because the blood sugar and your metabolism will become heightened, and it's very good for the brain to walk every day, but to walk every 30 minutes and to walk after every meal. We have explored walking on this channel, and I wish to explore it more because I think people take it for granted, or maybe they don't if they can't walk. And there are walking aids, there are canes, and the more that you walk, the better your balance is. And you can add any kind of exercise to that as you see fit, as swimming, and squats apparently, and I do them every day. I do 100 squats every day religiously, and I find that my strength is coming around. After I retired and working night shift, it took some period of time for me to feel stable again in my body. So I hope to see you again. There's going to be a video that shows up here, and enjoy.